So good morning all. In the previous session, we were discussing about unit number 2, decision theory, in which we have completed the first part, first bit, that was a decision making under condition of uncertainty. So if we look at the uncertain condition, we have studied 5 criteria. Based on those 5 criteria, the decision maker will take the appropriate decision. Now those 5 criteria, based on the company's policy or the psychology of the decision maker, he will select appropriate criteria and will make the decision. Now, moving ahead, in today's session, we are going to talk about the second bit of that unit, decision theory. Here, the environment, a decision making environment, is that we are going to study decision making under condition of risk. So, this topic is decision making under conditions of risk. So, here there could be one or more than one state of nature exist. We are not certain which will happen, but we know that out of these 3 4 events, one of will occur. So the state of natures are like high demand, moderate demand, low demand, or no demand. So these are called as a state of nature. So we know that there will be more than one state of nature. Along with that, the decision maker will have sufficient information to assign the probability of each and every state of nature. Now, these probabilities are obtained based on the past record, judgment of the decision maker, or by some kind of survey, by talking to the customer directly, or suppliers, or showroom people. So based on that past record, the probabilities will be known to decision maker. For example, uh, the firm would like to manufacture a new product, product X, and the expected events will be a demand in high, moderate, low quantity, or there could be a no quantity. Now, the firm is old, they have past record with them, that what happens when they launch particular product. For example, अगर एप्पल कंपनी है, उनको पता है when they launch a particular device, there could be a possibility of having higher demand more than a no demand. So selling or having a no demand for their product is zero. So probability could be zero. The probability of facing a low demand could be only 10%, so 0.1 or 10%. Then the probability of happening a moderate demand, so demand, could be 0.3 or 30%. But there is a possibility of coming up with 60% high demand. So based on their survey or based on their previous experience, the firm or the decision maker knows what are the probabilities, possibilities of happening that particular event. आगे फ्यूचर में क्या हो सकता है उसके प्रोबेबिलिटी भी उसको पता है. ओके, अगर प्रोबेबिलिटीज पता नहीं है, वी कॉल दैट एज ए डिसीजन मेकिंग अंडर कंडीशन ऑफ अनसर्टेनिटी. प्रोबेबिलिटी पता नहीं, उसको पता है कि क्या डिमांड्स अवेलेबल है, हाई डिमांड, मॉडरेट डिमांड, लो डिमांड और नो डिमांड, बट अप्रोप्रिएट प्रोबेबिलिटीज he don't know. Okay, so that is under uncertainty. But here in this case, with the past record, they can assign the associated probabilities for each and every event. So if this is the case, we call that as a decision making under condition of risk, because risk is taken when we know we have a sufficient knowledge. So with that sufficient knowledge, we are making a decision, we are choosing particular alternative. That's why this case, this environment or this situation is called as a decision making under risk, condition of risk. Okay. Next, there are 2-3 criteria available which will help a decision maker to select the proper alternative. And selection of the criteria is based on their policy or the philosophy, psychology of the decision maker or attitude of the decision maker. Okay, कौन सा choose करना है, it's up to decision maker or company. So in our syllabus, we are going to cover only 2 criteria, 2 conditions. By those criteria, the decision maker will make the selection. The first criteria which we are going to see is expected value criteria, or sometimes it is also known as EMV criteria, expected monetary value criteria. Okay, so how do we calculate this EMV also we'll see. So first is expected monetary value criteria. We can calculate for each alternative EMV value, okay, expected monetary value, by summing up all the weighted payoff for that particular alternative. So it's a summation of weightage or weighted payoffs for that alternative. Now what is this weightage? Weightage are nothing but the probabilities associated or assigned to that particular event. Okay, again we will have a better clarity when we look at the example. So let's look at the steps. How do we proceed? If first step, read the problem statement carefully, then come up with a conditional payoff table. Now we have done this creation or construction of a payoff table plenty times. So all of you know about the payoff table. In a payoff table, we have rows for alternatives. So first alternative, second alternative, third alternative. Then we have columns for state of event, state of nature or event, where we write high demand, low demand, moderate demand, etc. So this, and for each alternative and for particular demand, we calculate profit or payoff. So this is called as a payoff table. We know that how to calculate payoff table. Next one, based on the probabilities, we calculate expected monetary value by multiplying the probability with conditional profit, and then take the summation of all the resulting conditional values. That is going to give you EMV. So EMV is nothing but summation of all the probabilities into the payoffs, particular payoffs. Okay, and based on this value, the maximum EMV, the EMV which is going to have the maximum value, we are going to select it. The decision maker will select the alternative which yields the highest or the maximum EMV value. So these are the only simple 3 steps. When we look at the example, I have divided this step, the single step, into 2 different steps, so that the student will have a better clarity. How do we calculate? Okay, so let's look at one example. Read the problem statement carefully. A newspaper boy has the following probabilities of selling a magazine. So if you look at this table, selling 10 copies of a magazine, the probability is 10%. So there is a 10% probability that newspaper boy is going to sell 10 copies in a day. Then there is a probability of 0.15 or 15% of selling 11 copies in a day, 20% probability of selling 12 copies, 25% probabilities of selling 13 copies, 30% probability of selling 14 copies. So a newspaper boy has a sufficient knowledge about future event. These are future events. कि भाई वो 10 कॉपी, 11 कॉपी, 12, 13, 14 कॉपी सेल करेगा. These are the future events. And also he knows what are the probabilities of happening that future event. So 10%, 15%, and so on. These are the probabilities. So this knowledge is with him. So he has to make a decision. How many copies should he order? Okay, so he is going to choose either 10 copies, 11 copies, 12 copies, or 13 copies, or 14 copies. So out of these 5 alternative, he has to choose कि वो कितना order करेगा. Okay, sale करना है उसके हाथ में नहीं है. How many customer arrives, that many he has to sell. But उसके हाथ में क्या है? Alternative. How much copies he can order. Then to come up with the profit table, the information regarding cost is given here. So cost of a copy is 30 paisa. So when he orders a magazine, he is going to pay 30 paise per magazine. Then he is going to sell that same magazine for 50 paise. So 20 bucks or 20 paise is the net profit for him when he sell a magazine. Okay, but there is one issue with this scenario. He cannot return unsold copy क्योंकि वो magazine पुराना हो गया, वो वापस नहीं कर सकता. So in that situation, the 30 पैसा जितने का उसने magazine purchase किया, it is going to a loss to him. Okay, so now we'll start with the payoff table. Step number 1, we will prepare a conditional profit table. A conditional profit table. Now for a profit table, first we need to look at the alternatives. So a newspaper boy has 5 alternatives. He can order 10 magazines, 11, 12, 13 or 14 magazines. So these are the alternatives. So what are the state of nature or event? Future में क्या हो सकता है? These are your events. Okay. So state of event क्या हो सकता है? He can sell 10 copies, 11 copies, 12 copies, 13 copies or 14 copies. So these are the future event. Selling 10, 11, 12, 13 or 14 copies. So remember, even though the numbers are same, but the perception is different. Alternative is nothing but how much he is going to order. It's in his hand. Okay, this is the choice for the newspaper boy. And state of event, how much customers arrive to purchase that particular magazine. So selling or the copies sold is a state of event. So 10 copies sale, 11 copies sold, 12, 13, 14 copies sold is the event. So understand the difference. This is not within the hand of the newspaper boy. But alternative, yes, he can choose. Okay, so we know the alternative, we know the state of event. Now, this problem belongs to the decision making under condition of risk. So that's why the probabilities are given. So we'll write down those probabilities in the profit table. So associated probabilities, we will write it here. Now next we need to calculate profit. Kitna profit? How much profit he can expect for particular alternative and particular state of event corresponding to particular alternative. Okay, so for that the information is given. Cost of a copy is 30 paisa, the selling price is 50 paise. So he is going to make a profit or payoff per copy 20 paisa. Okay, so 20 paise is a profit per copy he sell. Jitna sell karega, number of copies, so per copy profit is 20 paise. Then there was a term statement, he cannot return unsold copy. So loss due to unsold copy is 30. So we need to take care of this also. So let's calculate profit for first situation. Imagine he orders 10 copies and he sells 10 copies. How much profit he can make? So profit we can calculate like this. Profit will be equal to sale minus loss. ओके, सो सेल कैसे कैलकुलेट करेगा? कितना पैसा अर्न किया उसने, रेवेन्यू जनरेट किया. सो 20 पैसे पर कॉपी ही इज गोइंग टू मेक अ प्रॉफिट इनटू नंबर ऑफ सोल्ड कॉपीज और कॉपीज सोल्ड माइनस लॉस. लॉस कैसे कैलकुलेट करेंगे? एक कॉपी का लॉस होने वाला है 30 पैसा. सो नंबर ऑफ अनसोल्ड कॉपीज, if I multiply that with the loss 30 paisa, I'll get the total loss by not selling that copy. Okay, so for the first situation, profit is equal to 20 into number of sold copies minus 30 into number of unsold copies. So in this situation, for the first situation, he is going to sold how many copies? Sorry, 10 copies minus 30 into number of unsold copy. Now see, सेल कर रहा है 10 कॉपीज और ऑर्डर भी कितना कर रहा है? 10 कॉपीज. सो पूरा का पूरा सेल हो रहा है, मतलब 0 अनसोल्ड कॉपीज है उसके पास. सो प्रॉफिट इन दिस सिचुएशन इज 200 रुपीज. ओके, नाउ फॉर द नेक्स्ट सिचुएशन, अब देखो अल्टरनेटिव क्या चूज किया उसने? 10 कॉपीज. सो ही इज गोइंग टू ऑर्डर 10 कॉपीज और सेल कितना हो रहा है? 11 कॉपीज का. बट सी, अंडरस्टैंड दिस सिचुएशन केयरफुली. उसके पास कितने कॉपीज है? 10 कॉपीज. और कस्टमर कितने आ रहे? 11 कस्टमर्स आर कमिंग ऑन दैट प्लेटफॉर्म. सो ही कैन नॉट सेल 11 कॉपीज. कितना कर सकता है वो? सिर्फ 10 कॉपीज सेल कर सकता है. और जो एक बंदा है, एक कस्टमर, he will return without a magazine. So for a newspaper boy, it doesn't matter how many customer arrives, right? So for this alternative, he can sell only 10 copies. Even though the arriving customers are more or demand is more, he has only 10 copies, so he is going to sell all those 10 copies. Some of the customers are going to return empty handed. Okay, so in the second case, even though the demand is 11, he can sell only 10 copies. He will make the same profit 200 rupees का और 200 पैसे का. So 12 के लिए भी वैसे होगा, 2 कस्टमर खाली आ जाएंगे and he is going to earn 200 rupees here और 200 पैसे. 13 डिमांड होगा तब क्या होगा? 3 कस्टमर एम्प्टी हैंड चले जाएंगे. 10 कस्टमर विल बी सर्व्ड एंड द अर्निंग विल बी 200 रुपीज. सो नेक्स्ट के लिए 14 में भी सेम होगा, 4 बंदे वापस चले जाएंगे खाली हाथ. ओनली 10 पीपल इज गोइंग टू गेट दैट मैगजीन. Okay, so I hope all of you have understood how to do the calculation for profit here. So let's look at the second situation. What if a newspaper boy orders 11 magazines? Okay, उसने 11 मैगजीन ऑर्डर किए. Now how many customers are arriving here? 10 customer. So 10 customer आ रहे, उसने ऑर्डर किया है 11. So the profit will be 20 into 10. उसने 10 सेल कर दिए माइनस 30 into 1. एक मैगजीन वैसे का वैसा उसके पास रह गया बिकॉज उसने ऑर्डर किए थे 11. 10 sold, 1 left, that will be unsold copy. So this will be his profit. So profit will be of 170 paise. Okay, so similarly do the calculation for the next one. Here he is ordering 11 copies and also selling 11 copies. So the profit will be 20 into 11. So 220. Next one, he is going to order 11 copies. The demand is of 12 copies, but he has only 11 copies. So profit will be 20 into 11. No copies unsold. One customer will return. without a copy of magazine. So the profit will be 220, and that will persist for next demand. So I hope all of you are understanding this. Let's do the calculation, one more calculation for 12 copies. He orders 12 copies. The demand is 10 copies only, right? So the profit he will make is 20 into 10 sold copies minus 30 into अनसोल्ड कॉपी कितने बच गए? 12 डिमांड किया था, सेल हुआ 10 का, तो मतलब टू कॉपीज बच गए. Okay, so that will be his profit for this situation, 140 paise. So now I request all students to complete this table, and as soon as you complete this table, let me know in the chat window, are you done with the table? So let's look at the profit table. Please verify your answers. I hope all of you are correct. So this is the first step, conditional profit table. So we have prepared a profit table. Now we will go towards the EMV calculation, expected monetary value calculation. Okay, so this step I have divided for the simplicity, for better understanding of a student. I have divided this into two tasks. We know that EMV is a summation of probabilities into corresponding payoff. Okay, so the steps are divided in a such way that first we will calculate multiplication of payoff and probability, and afterward in the second step we will do the summation, so that the student will have a better understanding. Okay, so let's go ahead. For that we call that table as a expected profit table, because we can expect it with the probabilities, particular probabilities. So it's a similar kind of a table. Here what we need to do in this situation, go for particular event and take out its probability and multiply that probability with the each and every element in that column. Okay, so first column was of 10. This event of selling 10 copies. Okay, so the probability is 10%, or I'll say 0.1. So multiply this 0.1 to 20, sorry, 200, it will appear to be 20. Then 0.1 to 170, it will be 17. The probability 0.1 into 140, so it will be 14. 0.1 into 110, 11. So 0.1 into 80, 8 rupees. So this way you do the calculation of probability into payoff. Simple. Next one, take the second column, 11 wala column. We know the probability of selling 11 copies, which is 15%. So multiply this 0.15 to each value of the profit table for that event. You will get new row 30, 33, 28.5, 24, 19.5. Next, similar way, we will go for third column, which is 12. 12 का probability कितना है? 0.2. So 0.2 multiply with 200, 220 and so on. Similarly, take the next column, which is a 13. The probability is 25%. Multiply this 0.25 to each value. We'll get 50, 55, 60, 65, 57.5. And last, 14. This event, The probability is 30%, so multiply 0.32, all the values. Okay, so calculate that column. It will appears like 60, 66, 72, 78, 84. So this is called as the expected profit table. Now, based on this expected profit table, we will calculate EMV values. So EMV is equal to summation of P into payoff, right? So this PI or profit into, sorry, probabilities into payoff, we have done, we have calculated it. Now the last part remaining is a summation. So just add them together, 20 plus 30 plus 40 plus 50 plus 60, which happens to be 200, right? So do the summation. नेक्स्ट वन 250 आ जाएगा समेशन. थर्ड वन इसको ऐड कर दो 14 प्लस 28.5 प्लस 48 प्लस 60 प्लस 72 which will be 222.5. next 220. नेक्स्ट अल्टरनेटिव के लिए डू द समेशन 205. now these are the expected monetary value. To understand this, just एकदम लेमैन के लैंग्वेज में अगर बोलेंगे, so these value represent उसका एवरेज डेली एक्सपेक्टेड प्रॉफिट. उसका एवरेज जनरली एक्सपेक्टेड मीन्स काइंड ऑफ एवरेज profit made daily. Now if you look at the EMV value, tell me a newspaper boy will select which alternative or how many quantities of magazine he will order. Let me know in the chat window. So correct, the answer will be 12. See, यहाँ पे ऑप्शंस क्या क्या है? 200, 250, 225.5, sorry 222.5, 220 rupees, 205 rupees. So best alternative is this one. Okay, corresponding alternative कितना है? 12. So a newspaper boy must order 12 copies to maximize his daily profit. To maximize his daily profit. Now that is, this situation is not sure. ऐसा नहीं कि इतना ही प्रॉफिट होगा उसका, बट बेस्ड ऑन द प्रॉफिट, बेस्ड ऑन द प्रोबेबिलिटी, द आंसर अराइव्स इज टू गो विथ 12 कॉपीज. सो दिस इज द बेस्ट अल्टरनेटिव. फ्यूचर का पता नहीं क्या हो सकता है, डोंट नो, बट दिस कुड बी इज बेस्ट अल्टरनेटिव. Are there any doubts in calculation of EMV and decision making? If not, let's go ahead with the second criteria, second condition. So let's go for the second criteria, which is expected opportunity loss criteria. It is similar to your regret criteria. If you remember the regret criteria, क्या होता है? The decision maker makes the decision and afterward he regrets about कि भाई अगर मैंने यार ये दूसरा alternative choose किया होता, so I could have had the better situation, better profit or better payoff. Okay, so here this situation is almost similar to that criteria. Here we are going to minimize his regret, right? So let's look at the some theoretical part. This expected opportunity loss criteria, Here we need to calculate EOL value. EOL stands for expected opportunity loss, or also this criteria is known as expected regret. It represents amount of which or by which the maximum profit could have achieved, okay, for various possible events, okay, and how much it has been regret for the decision maker. So that amount is calculated by EOL value, and then he is going to choose the least possible regret value. Okay, so there are 4 steps involved in this. Step number 1 is same, construct a conditional payoff table. In the second step, we prepare a regret table. We call that as a conditional opportunity loss. Kitna opportunity usne lose kar diya. By this calculation is calculated, the regret table or opportunity loss table is calculated for particular event. For particular event, we take the maximum one. We find out कि ये इतना maximum मैं profit कर सकता था, okay, and then based on this maximum number we calculate a regret for each event, sorry, for each alternative. Okay, then we multiply the probabilities to those particular regrets. So probability multiply करेंगे and summation of all these values will be nothing but your EOL. Like EMV में भी summation करते थे, here also we are going to sum up all the values, but here we are going to sum up the values by multiplying probabilities with losses, not the payoff with regret. That is the only difference. Okay, and then we can expect the decision maker will choose the lowest regret value, lowest expected opportunity loss value. क्योंकि लॉस है मतलब वो लोवेस्ट चूज करेगा. ठीक है, so let's implement this in the earlier example, a newspaper boy वाला example. We have cleared the profit table. आपको सबको पता है how to come up with the profit table. Now based on this profit table, the first task is over. Second task is coming up with the expected opportunity loss table or regret table. सिंपल लैंग्वेज में बोलेंगे रिग्रेट कितना करना है, करने वाला है वो. ओके, सो विल कैलकुलेट द रिग्रेट टेबल हियर. नाउ फॉर रिग्रेट टेबल, फर्स्ट go to the event, choose the event. Okay, so I'll highlight this event कि फ्यूचर में क्या हो रहा है, 10 कॉपीज का इवेंट हो रहा है, 10 कॉपीज का ही डिमांड आ रहा है. नाउ फॉर दिस 10, which one is the maximum possible payoff, which is 200. Okay, so maximum number, maximum payoff is 200 rupees. Regret कैसे कैलकुलेट करेंगे? Regret can be calculated maximum value minus the current payoff. Current payoff. Okay, so for this case, first alternative 10, मैक्सिमम कितना है? 200 पॉसिबल है, और अभी कितना मिल रहा है उसको? 200 ही मिल रहा है. सो रिग्रेट इज ऑफ 0 रुपीज. नेक्स्ट फॉर 11, अगर उसने अल्टरनेटिव 11 ऑर्डर किया होता तो वो रिग्रेट कितना करता? देखो मैक्सिमम कितना पॉसिबल है? 200 रुपीज, बट करंटली हाउ मच ही इज अर्निंग? 170 रुपीज. so that means he is going to regret 30 rupees का loss, right? For 12, currently he is getting paid 140 paisa, but he could have earned 200 paise. So now he is going to regret 60 paise का loss. For 13, now currently he is earning 110 rupees or 10 paisa. See here in the profit table, but maximum he could have earned is 200 paise. So that means he is going to regret 90 paise, loss of 90 paisa. 14 का currently he is getting paid 80 paise, which could have been 200 paise अगर वो alternative 1 choose करता. So now he is going to regret for 120 paise का loss. Okay, so this we have done earlier. You can do the calculation like this. Now go for the second state of event. Choose the second column. Take out the maximum number. Maximum number is 220. Maximum payoff could be 220. Now look at the 10. 10 अल्टरनेटिव में कितना अर्न करना है 200 रुपीज मैक्सिमम 220 अर्न कर सकता था सो रिग्रेट इज ऑफ 20 पैसा नेक्स्ट वन 0 पैसे का उसके बाद देखो 190 मतलब रिग्रेट करेगा 30 पैसे का उसके बाद 60 पैसे का 90 पैसा okay I hope all of you can do the calculation like this look at the third column third event maximum earning could have been 140 paise for 10 earning is 200 so that means loss of a regret of 40 paisa for alternative second alternative earning is 220 so loss or regret of 20 paise third alternative is 12 which is 240 rupees and same maximum number hai to zero regret karega next one 30 ka regret then 60 ka regret go for the fourth column here the maximum number is 260 so calculate the regret for each alternative so first one was 60 उसके बाद 40 का रिग्रेट करेगा उसके बाद 20 रुपीज सॉरी 20 पैसे का रिग्रेट करेगा then he will regret for 0 nothing and then 30 okay Prabhanjan do you have any doubt Dharmadhikari
No, sir. No, sir. No.
okay so I thought you raised the hand तो मुझे लगा आपको कुछ डाउट है okay so let's go for the next
Sorry, sir.
alternative
Sorry.
so no issue so let's go for the last alternative sorry last event बहुत बार बच्चे यहाँ पे मिस्टेक कहाँ पे करते हैं व्हेन दे कैलकुलेट रिग्रेट टेबल सम ऑफ द स्टूडेंट गोज विथ रोज ठीक है रोज में मत कैलकुलेट करो कॉलम में इवेंट में कैलकुलेट करना है आपको सो फर्स्ट चूज द इवेंट एंड देन गो फॉर द रोज सो फॉर 14 के लिए so maximum earning could be 280 now check for each alternative कि कितना कमा रहा है वो currently so for first so now for the next column the maximum number is 280 currently he is earning 200 paisa so he is going to regret 80 paise next one 60 का regret करेगा उसके बाद 40 का उसके बाद 20 का and then 0 का regret so I hope the conditional opportunity loss table is clear for all students there are no doubts now we will calculate EOL value expected opportunity loss value for each alternative now we will go with rows ठीक है अगर मैंने फर्स्ट अल्टरनेटिव चूज किया हाउ मच लॉस हाउ मच रिग्रेट आई कैन एक्सपेक्ट okay that's why it is called as an expected opportunity loss expected opportunity loss now as this is a risk condition risk model we need to take care of the probabilities also okay so for first alternative I'll calculate EOL by this method. EOL is equal to summation of probabilities associated with particular payoff into payoffs. Okay. So here payoff is nothing but opportunity loss. So I'll say opportunity loss value or regret value. So we'll do the summation directly now. We will not prepare one more table for calculation of PI into opportunity loss. ठीक है, क्योंकि सिंपल है तो एक ही स्ट्रोक में कंप्लीट कर देंगे हम. This value I'll calculate like this. First value EOL for alternative, which is 10 order. So first probability 0.1 into current loss or regret, which is 0, plus next probability is 0.15 into regret of 20 paise plus 0.2 into 40 paisa plus 0.25 into 60 paise plus 0.3 probability into 80 paisa. So that is expected or average opportunity loss. Expected opportunity loss, which is equal to 50 paisa. So this way you will calculate opportunity loss for each alternative. Now here you need to look at the alternative. Next one, for this alternative, the calculations will be like this: 0.1 into 30 paise plus 0.15 into 0 plus, as this is a summation, 0.2 into 20 paise plus 0.25 into 40 plus 0.3 into 60 paise. Take the total, which is 35 paise. This is loss, so that's why I have highlighted them as a red color. You could write them as a negative numbers too. आप negative करके लिख सकते हो. Okay, it's up to you. For say third alternative, do the calculation. It comes as 27.5. Next one 30 paise. Next one 45 paise. Now look at the opportunity loss table. Remember, this is a loss. The numbers represent loss, not the profit. So now tell me which option, which alternative is better for newspaper boy. कितने का उसने order देना चाहिए? Let me know in the chat window. Okay, great. All of you are answering correct. So बहुत बार mistake क्या होता है? They get confused in profit and loss. So for second condition, select the minimum number, lowest value, because we would like to minimize the regret. Okay. So the newspaper boy must order 12 copies to minimize his expected opportunity loss. Minimize his loss. Okay, so that's it for the today's session. In this today's session, we have calculated, we have seen how to make a decision under condition of risk. When the probabilities are known to us, how to make a decision. So for that, we have seen two criteria: expected monetary value criteria, in which we calculate profit table, and then for each alternative, we calculate EMV value by summing up profit into probabilities. And whichever alternative provides you the highest EMV value. Okay, so whichever turns up highest EMV value, we select it. The second criteria we have seen is opportunity loss criteria, expected opportunity loss criteria, in which step 1 we prepare a payoff table. Step 2 में गौरव साहब we were talking about opportunity loss. Here we calculate EOL value. First step profit table बनाएंगे, second step regret table और conditional opportunity loss table बनाएंगे. Then in that we will calculate EOL value for each alternative by summation of probabilities into regret or loss. Then we will select the lowest EOL value because we would like to minimize the regret. Okay, so we have seen these two criteria. In the next lecture, we will solve some numerical, and before that, we will quickly cover one bit, which is called as a EVPI value. Okay, so perfect information का क्या valuation निकाल सकते? So that point I'll cover, and then we will solve few numericals. So thank you, student. Let's meet in the next lecture.